Hello everybody, my name is Angel Hester and welcome to Space Engineers. Now, here is the start of the new gantry, and as you can suspect, this is going to be how it's going to look overall. Instead of utilizing the 1, I'm going to try using 3 on the upper, just so it doesn't wobble quite as much, or at the very least, help in some regard to some sort of stability. Now, I couldn't put any more around it because of how I started this one, which is kind of off a bit. So it's not fully attached, although the sun is starting to set, which is going to make this a bit more difficult, but all that remains is to add the grinders and, or not the grinders, the welders and conveyor system. Now I'm only going to do it on one side because it's going to be repetitive on all 4 sides. So also I might have the last one where I said it wouldn't be I don't know. Okay, let's just get right to it. So, I have... Yep, okay. No, don't take the helmet off. Okay, I have hydrogen. So, what I'm going to be doing, because this system is going to go up into space, this is going to utilize welders on the top, whereas the one that I built for the Marzi outpost, or the processing plant out there, it had the welders on the bottom because it was going from orbit all the way down. So supplying this gantry crane is going to be an immense undertaking. So it's going to need a substantial amount of cargo containers. And with that said, I may want to put in some more. But before I do that, I need to figure out the systems for which that I am going to be able... Ah, yes, here we go. I need to figure out all the systems to get this fully set up, so that way I can monitor, because I do utilize a script from the workshop that lets me know all the components that's going to need to be set up. So I'm going to need the timer block as well. And I'll put that right here because I really don't need to see the landing gear, to be honest. Okay, this would help if the sun didn't go down, but this is one of the challenges you would have to face doing it on the planet. And in retrospect, you wouldn't undertake a space elevator unless you knew that you were more than capable. And I know I'm more than capable now, but if you were building this on your starting world, you probably would have an industrial complex over here. That way you can use a connector to connect to the cargo containers on the gantry. Now, one of the things I did learn is that it seems, at least to me, that mass in cargo containers does affect the center of mass of your crane, or the gantry. The reason being is I would put all the slabs into one cargo container, and as I was descending, it would then jolt slightly to where that container was. So you're going to need to place cargo containers evenly throughout this to prevent any mishaps. I was fortunate not to be going too fast because I had to weld as I was descending, so I was only going about 2.5 meters to 5 per second, so nothing broke. Okay, so first order of business is to figure out where to place the, not the medium, the large cargo containers. And I'd say this, yes. And then because I'm building this in survival, it's going to need to be mirrored in a way. Yes, that looks good. Okay, I think I can build one more. Alright, this gives me a rough idea. Okay, before I continue, I did do the math for this particular... Ugh. Okay then. I need 2,030,000 concrete slabs in order to get this thing off the, out to my target height. Which is going to be so easy. But really, you have to limit your jetpack usage as best as you can, as I've discovered. Ah, dang it. Ah! And also, well, mind your step. But really, the ideal method would be to build this in orbit. But not everyone's going to have that luxury, so we're just going to proceed. Where's the... There it is. Ow. My legs. Okay. So then. Careful. I prefer using my jetpack, but... best not to fall to my death at 15% higher gravity. Okay, that should be good for now. And now, of course, obviously, we're going to need to conveyor it. Okay, so this is... Mind your head. Or height. Okay, so for the welders... yeah, this should be a good enough height. Gonna cheat just a little bit. Okay, now this is the tricky part. Okay, it's not that tricky, but... Now, the number of welders that you have on your crane will determine how fast up you can go. Because I'm on ×5 welding speeds and grinding, but we're not grinding to build the elevator, we're welding to build it. But the number of the welding heads is going to be determined by the by how wide your elevator shaft is. Huh. I just realized something. I need to weld the cargo containers. I got it. Okay. Okay. Quickly. Alright, so because we're going to be welding a... Screw this. Get back in the planetary builder. Okay, because we're going to need welders to weld up the cargo containers, I have a solution. So, gonna put that there, and then because we need to move forward one to be on the safe side, this is a new design. This is probably the Mark II welder. Welding Gantry. Hmm. Oh, this would look cool. Never mind. Of course, I could always change it based on your guys' input. But so, really, you don't need that many welders for the cargo container, so it's just going to be one on each side, and yep, that should be enough to get it. Now, carefully maneuver. And that's pretty much it. I know it looks simple, but that's what I did in orbit, except I did it with my jetpack, which was a lot easier. So, because I I like it. Now, you're also going to need thrusters. I would recommend the large atmospheric thrusters just because on a planet especially, you're going to need some substantial get up and go. Me, I'm going to opt for the, whatchamacallit. I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using the tiered thrusters just because I'm going to be hauling concrete to build this. So that'll be the thing that I'll be using. So basically with this, I'm going to leave it here just because, I mean, it's really not that hard and I'm used to survival. So I'm going to finish this off camera though. But I think I'll just build in an orbit just to speed this up. Because, I mean, I got the hang of building it on a planet, especially with a higher gravitational pull than even the alien, or is it? Than even the alien planet right over there. And I guess I could show you, well, it's not that hard to get onto the planetary surface. Basically, you need to utilize the armored slopes, or in the case of the other one, I used concrete just because it was a bit more durable and didn't deform quite as much, I should point out. But because basically utilize that way the landing gear can slide into position. I suppose I could do a video on that. And then start showing the actual process of how this particular one would build. So, with that said, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Actually, you know what? I'll show you the process in which I'm going to put this into orbit. It's not really that hard, but I might as well just show you. Because once I get it into orbit, this is going to be a lot easier to actually do. If I could see. Okay, gently now. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, I jumped in the wrong flight seat. Whoops. Alright, time to disengage. But before I go, I need to check on the oxygen levels. Tank? Alright, they're full. depressurization, depressuring the outer planetary surface is a good idea. Okay, to detach this, I'm pretty sure we all know what I'm going to be doing. Okay, I still have hydrogen. There. It is now free floating. Please don't burn me. There have been times I wonder if the thruster damage turns on as a bug. Oh, beautiful. Why does it say 54,000? Okay. Alright, we're in orbit. So yeah, this space elevator is going to be twice the length as that on the Titan moon. So now, disengage that, go up a little. Now to refill my oxygen before I suffocate. Now, in an ideal world, because I am sort of a faction-oriented person, everything that I'm doing right now would, in theory, be for a faction. I think I'll leave the platform as is, just because it would look cool. Nah, I'll probably finish that. Armor blocks are the easiest to finish. I'll do that off camera. But otherwise, pretty straightforward. You know what? I'll frame it up on camera. Pardon me if I don't say much. You know what? Because I'm not going to be saying all that much after this. Let's get a little music going. Alright, that's the shaft, whoop! Can't forget you. Can't have any mishaps. And there you have it. Now all I need to do is weld it up, add a few large thrusters for when it breaks the atmosphere, and it should be good. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this project will help you in your own endeavors. The next part, as soon as I'm done welding all this up, because of the method that I'm going to be using, that's what I'll do. Projectors. I don't know though. I kind of wish you... That's it. Because that one is 3,500 meters long, I can do that. I know how I'm doing this. Because I already built that one freehand mode like I'm building this. I know how I'm doing this now. However, if you had to build it manually, like how I built that one, and you're on like 1 gravity, what I would probably do is I would probably have people stationed on the welders, maybe not while the welders are on, but they would basically, yeah, that's how, yeah, god dang it. Basically, you would have people running all along these welders as it was moving up, so that way, while it's moving up, they could be placing the blocks as it goes. Oh. We'll do a me, Secure, Sarge, and anyone else I can get on here for multiplayer, hopefully this weekend, or I'm gonna flog Secure. We'll show you that in its entirety, but I love it when a plan comes together. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this project will help you out in your own space elevator building endeavors, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.